Okay, so I think you guys all know me. I'm Victoria. I think raise your hand if you have not met me. Yeah. Love you guys. My mom. Okay.
I think she met you first.
Yeah, exactly.
I take any opportunity.
Well, I'll share a little history, you guys. I actually inherited the group in 2015. It was originally called Free Your Mind Washington, and it was back in 2015 before conspiracies were cool, you know. So it was a really small group. So the person who started it was like, "Here, you take it." So I pretty much started it, and I changed the name to Seattle Truth Network to make it more embracive, more appealing to people. And we were advertising on Meetup, and we had a Facebook page. But honestly, the meetings were always really tiny. It was really like uncool to be in conspiracy theories, but it was so important at the time. We could see the writing on the wall, we knew what was happening. It was like, but you didn't want to be the person, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. But it was interesting. It evolved into like a meeting where we could come and actually just kind of, have someone to talk to, have someone to vent. Raise your hand. There's a couple of you guys here that were here at meetings before. Scott,
John,
and John and my mom. Yeah, they were at meetings originally before COVID, pre-COVID. We have to divide it now into pre-COVID and post-COVID.
BC.
Yeah, it really is.
Before COVID.
COVID, yeah.
Before COVID.
It works. So you guys are the veterans here, but you should all consider yourself members now of the Seattle Truth Network. And here's okay. And it really is just, we are not religious, we're not political, we're trying to be not anything in particular, but just leave it open for discussion, really. Free from the censorship, free from the bias that you get in the mainstream, and just to really support people and have someone to speak to and to speak with is really what is so valuable, especially now. I mean, goodness, back then people just ignored you or called you crazy. Now it's like it's like you get kicked off Facebook, you get kicked off of everywhere, and so this is crucial. So the goal is to meet every 2 weeks or so. Probably here. I think it's a great location. They have a bigger room downstairs, but they moved us up here today because they were short-staffed. So they said it would be a lot easier for them to get us here rather than downstairs. But normally they have a room downstairs that holds up to 70 people. So that would be really great. And let's see. And you guys, okay, so it's free speech, but free speech should be responsible, so each person is individually responsible for their actions, and that includes speech. So, if we open this forum up for anyone, they speak for themselves, they have their own opinions, and so we're not necessarily endorsing anyone that speaks here. But on that note, be respectful as a speaker, know your audience and respect their attention span, respect the time limits, and respect just your audience that you're speaking to. The search for truth is rugged. It's like it takes some guts just to be here because we've all been offended this year, and we've offended people. That's kind of what happens. But we're survivors. We're here. And then as as a speaker, just be respectful. But then as an audience member, also be respectful. You guys, let's turn off or at least silence your phones. And then be respectful as an audience member. Keep the interruptions to a minimum. It depends on who's speaking. Some people are here for question and answer. That's fine. But if someone says, save your questions to the end, then do that too. Or at least, ask questions respectfully. Don't, just, try to pay attention. Things like that. Because you guys, there's a lack of a good audience. I mean, it's hard to find people to listen to you. That's why we all turned to Facebook, and we're all, venting on Facebook, because it's hard to find a real audience.
Oh, that's the opposite of off.
It's okay. We're still warming up here. And then the goal goal is to have it scheduled probably 5 to 9 every other Thursday. Sounds pretty good. Some people couldn't make it tonight, but you know, if we can get most people here, and then we can have an occasional special event on a weekend or something like that. But right now, people's weekends are filling in, so I didn't want to go for the weekends. And yeah, exactly, especially with the nice weather and all the businesses open. So I didn't want to try to compete with that. So as much as you can, try to make it on a Thursday night, and then but we might adjust as people see fit. But we've got a good turnout tonight, so this is great. We might just stick with this. Let's. You guys, let's move on. I want to open up the mic before I do my presentation because I'm really excited about it. You guys. We're just gonna have some fun tonight. This is what gets me really excited. We've been out on the street for 2 years. You know, like I call that kind of the outdoor sports. And then I mean, we've been outside with our signs. Yeah, with our signs, like just speaking the truth. You know, standing for freedom. And you guys, it's been so effective. That'll be a whole presentation itself. But we're back to indoor sports, which is like speaking truth, you know, seeking and speaking truth. And this is what I get really excited about because, gosh, the whole thing has been just such a mind job, you know? So you guys, if we could just have some dialogue and digest this and like see how it goes. So I want mine to be, I want this to be conversational, you know, when it gets to me. But and we'll just have fun with it.